Hi guys, it's Rachel here and I'm back with my 100-day project. So Wendy, today is day 2 and it's Wendy came out, so I'll just tell you what Wendy wrote. I've written it down, but I'll read better what she wrote here. So she was number 22. Yep. No, not, why did I write Wendy? Oh, number two, just a minute. Ding dong, it's in the morning, you see, I'm starting early. 22. Confusing myself. Melody, not Wendy. Why did I write Wendy? Melody, vintage handkerchiefs. So inspired by vintage handkerchiefs. Sorry for my confusion, it's Melody. Okay, so this is a beautiful antique handkerchief that I have scanned. I haven't actually done anything with it yet. And then I have some of these vintage handkerchiefs from CraftykathyDesigns on Etsy. That's Kathy Jones, and she made me that beautiful journal. I think I've used some of them, so I've only got these left, but I thought I'd make some things with these. And one thing that instantly comes to mind here for me is a tag or a side tuck. So just a minute, I've got some stitched up here. Let's see what I've got going on. So you could have this flipping out one and maybe a side one. So let's repeat that. So day 2 is inspired by vintage handkerchiefs. So I'm going to trim that off because that's way longer than any book that I'd probably be making, and so is that one. And I'll trim it off just below. I would have ripped it, but I've got the stitching there, and then it might be a bit of an issue. So we might make, these are going to be 2 side tucks. And I'm going to tear this part. So I need to put this on here. Aren't they gorgeous? I probably should have reprinted them all out so you could see the full range, but we'll just make do with what I've got. So just tearing here. So I want to try and get my videos done as much as possible if I don't have too many phone calls in the morning. Yeah, I want to try and get them done in the morning because then I have to photograph them. And like yesterday, had to photograph it in here because the sun was glaring in where I normally photograph. So I couldn't do it in my normal spot. So yeah, I want to get them done in the morning. So that way I'm all of, and then of course I forgot to post my photograph on Instagram. So they'll always be posted on Instagram. So if you want to go and see a photograph of what was done, you can see that there. So we're just going to fussy cut around this bit here. So these kinds of things, like we can find these very pretty ones. This is a whole series, this one here. Actually, I haven't finished scanning them yet, so I will get that done, but they're antique. But I have never really seen these types. Maybe I haven't been looking. Anyway, antique season is going to be well and truly over by the time we're let out, so we've missed all of our big antique markets, the really good ones, because there's not much happens here in summer. There's not very good antique markets. Well, there might be in other places, but in my area there are no good antique markets in the summertime. It just all stops until September. So in September I'll be going bananas if we're let out by then. I hope so. So that's that. Okay, so I mean these are going to be, what I think I would like to do is to put something under there, and I may decide to trim this down further. I think I will, to the size of the, oops, I've dropped my scissors in the rubbish, to the size of the handkerchief. Now I need to find oh, this is the second journal that I made. I'll show you that in another video. I've got Tracie's butterflies there. I didn't put those away. I need to get some paper. I'm wondering if I might like some old book page under there. So yes, the downside of me doing in the morning is you get morning Rachel, that the brain has not switched on yet. And I'm just going to tear maybe about that much. Yep, take a bit off the top. tiny bit more. Take it off the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. And I didn't get to my stitching yesterday because, what am I gluing? I'm gluing this. I didn't get to my stitching yesterday because I spent a long time on the phone with my sister on Skype, and as I mentioned yesterday, she randomly called out numbers on my list for the 100-day project, and so we spent quite some time doing that. We did the first 50 days, we've decided already, and then I'm going to go through, and as I said yesterday, and just choose other ones and just, you know, gather up all the names. Like, only one person said inspired by handkerchiefs. So, now, oh, I glued it onto the wrong one. Oh my goodness. For heaven's sake is all I can say. Too early in the morning, and it's not that early. I can tell you that now. It's about 9. No, it's probably about 10 now. But I've been in my mum's Pinterest, saving all of these. Not all of them, because mum's like me, she saved heaps of stuff. But I made a selection. It took me hours of her favourite sewing things, because she's doing. I made this book. I'll show you. I'll do that in another video too. For me, it's very simple. But it's just, I printed out some of my favourite things. I need to print out some more because those were printed a while ago. I need to update it. But I printed out some of my favourite things, embroidery things from Pinterest. And then, I'll just fold that over. And then I actually put them into a book so that I've got all of my inspiration in one spot. And I was showing it to Mum, and she said, oh, I'd love something like that. So I've been saving, that's what I wanted to do, saving a lot of Mum's things as well. And I'm going to print them out for her, and it's going to be part of her birthday present. So I'm going to make an inspiration book for Mum with some of her favourite things from Pinterest. So she's pretty excited about that. I should have trimmed that, doesn't matter. Okay, so this could either be a tag or a side tuck. But what I wanted to have a look at was whether or not I might like to maybe add a butterfly or a bird. I wouldn't add a flower because it's all flowery already. These are all flowers here. I need to get down below the flowers. And hopefully I've got something. See, I love that. Just to create a little scene. Maybe a bird if I've got an appropriate bird. There's some birds. But I should have a few birds already cut out. If not, I'll have to cut them. That bird I think is too big, but it's lovely. That bird, no. Got an owl. Don't think I want an owl, but we'll have a look. You know, guys, know how it is by now. Pull it all out. Actually, I've got some other birds. This is all stuff I have to sort through. I've got some other birds also. I think I wanted something more colourful than that one. I've got some other birds in my ephemera folder. Okay, we'll go to the ephemera folder. Not that bird. Let me see. So they're all butterflies. And here's some birds, but I don't know that there's any birds, appropriate birds in here. There's a nest. I don't want a black and white bird, not that one. And then what have I got over here? See, some of these are from books. And I don't want that colour. That was not what I was imagining. So nothing there. See, I knew I was getting low on birds here. No. Okay. it over there. Right, so that's that one. I don't want the owl over there. That one's, I love those colours, but it's going to be too big. Or maybe I know some of you don't like it when I chop their tails off, but you just have to think of it like this. They're coming into the scene. They really do have a tail. It's just that you can't see it because they're not fully in the scene. That's what it is. So it won't be too long to cutting this out. Could get my basket here so I'm not faffing about with rubbish. Yeah, so yesterday it took me quite a long time to sort out all of my images because when I'm doing something, if I feel like I need inspiration, I would randomly go and print things out. And so I had to sort of sort them into two or three categories. And I never look at them. So I just had them in a folder shoved behind all my mess here on the table. So now I've got them in a book, which is great. Now I've got to find a spot for the book. Okay, getting there. Okay. See, I like that bird on there. Just have to trim off a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. There we go. So here we've got a side tuck. I need to put some glue. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say, so, oh, no. Crafty Dork. She's in Australia. I'll put the link to her channel. She's going to join us in the 100-day challenge, so 100-day project. So if anybody else is, let us know, and if you're doing videos, and we will share it. I'll let everybody know. So I'll put Crafty Dork's link in the description box. Hopefully I remember. Please remind me if I forget, because I probably won't post this until later because Steph's on the computer. So yeah, I could easily forget, and I love that. So we've got a beautiful handkerchief inspired side tuck or belly band, and then I wanted to do this one. Now that was pointless gluing that there. Didn't need to glue that there because I've got this, but I might put this inside here somehow. So I think what I might do is use some of this. Now I'm just thinking, do I want to put that inside and then have that there? No, I don't know. I think I want that inside. I'm going to actually cut that. It's fairly quick to cut. It's not too busy. Yeah, so I'm just going to make a few items with the different handkerchiefs. See, I would just print this up and print something on the back on regular paper and put that in a journal as a page too. I think that's a nice option as well. And I need to rip that bit off. So I'm thinking I might like to put that there. If I put that, no, maybe like this. that way so you can see it. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. I want to tear it off. And I'm going to put some old book page underneath because I prefer the colour of the old book page to the vintage book page, if you know what I mean. So I'll just trim that off. So I've got all those bits can go on the back of a journal. So I want to put some old book page here. Actually, I've got a piece here. I might keep, it's got a lovely old brownie sort of edge. This is from the 1700s, this piece. I think I'll put that there. You'll only be able to see a peek of it. You won't be able to see all of it. Although I could decide to check, but I like the grungy on that as well, so I don't think I'll take that off. I'll just see what do I like best. Okay, so I'll put this here, and I will stitch around it when it dries. See, that's going to be the perfect length. I need to get some glue onto that bit there. There we go. And that will be stitched, so that'll be all right. Now, see, I like that much more, seeing that peek out. I need a little piece over there. I've got this piece. Put that there. And just put that piece just in case you can see there. I've just got this little bit of rubbish here. I'll just put that there. Okay, so I've got to get a new glue page because that one is very sticky. And I need to do a good coverage over this. There we go. So we can see enough of the super old book page. That's good. Yep, good. Okay, and that's going to fold over like that. Oops. And so that will, you open up like that, and you can write there. And then we need, I think I'll put this one here. Now it's not quite long enough. Maybe I'll cover that. It's not quite long enough. So I'll have to do a bit of collage. I'll put that at the top. Okay, let's just glue that on. And then I can see what to collage. And I can see a little bit of the book page, so that's good. And I don't think that's enough to fold over. So now this is also a side tuck or a, what do you call it? Yeah, side tuck or a belly band it could be. But that flips out and you can write on it. So that, in theory, will be stitched down. Oh, no, it won't. There will be stitched down. Okay, so I need to put something here. So let me have a think. Would I like to see that there? I don't actually mind that there. I could rip it off. Or I was thinking maybe, I I don't know. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, I quite like that. But I might put some other fabric below it. Like something else. Something like this. Let's just have a look. No. Put that. Let me just see this here. No. Okay, I'll just put that there. Not liking anything else. Just have to go with it. So I need my other glue. Oh, what about a piece of this? I like those colours. No, I think I'll just put the lace there. And I will stitch around it. I'll let it dry though. So that's going to go there. And I'm thinking maybe I might like some form of, well, a butterfly again would be pretty. Or I'm thinking, I don't think one of these, that little birdie's cute. Maybe a butterfly, but also I was thinking maybe a label would be nice. I don't think I want a flower. That one's too big. I don't think I want any flowers on there. Oh, there's some owls. Just checking. Oh, I've got these stickers. I wonder if any of these would be nice on there. Oh, I've got to do my Marguerite Miller too, don't I? I've got quite a lot of things cut out here because I did a bit of fussy cutting. It's a bit big. If it was smaller, I would have liked it more. I did a lot of fussy cutting one night. I always need to do more because you never have enough. Totally get sidetracked all the time. I never stay in my lane and do what I said I was going to do. Oops, everything's falling down now. No. I didn't mind that flower. Let me just, I'll put my labels up here. Too big. Put that there. Not an owl. and maybe I'll cut out a butterfly. See, I change my mind all the time. Okay. Like that. Maybe I'll cut that. Now, do I? Where's my big one over there? I wonder if it will fit in there. It's too big. Too big. I don't have one the right size, so I would have to cut it. I'm going to cut it. I might not like it. Oh yes, I like it more. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue that down. So that's one of my labels. I'll link that kit below, and I can't remember. I think these might be Tracie butterflies, in which case you'll find the links to those in my first video, day 1. I don't know if they're, I think they're Tracie's. I don't think they're mine. Okay, so that is going to be a belly band with a flip out, or a side tuck with a flip out. So it will be stitched around. And then I thought we could make a journaling card or a pocket. What about a pocket? I might just tear it down again, because the size of this book page is slightly bigger than what I might need. And let's have a look what we've got going on here. I mean, that could be, I would reinforce that, and that could be stitched onto a page as a pocket side tuck, or a pocket like that, or a top tuck. So I think I'll keep that one for that purpose. And what about this one? I think I would tear that down. Just tear those, because I cut it the shape of the digital, but I think I like it more torn like that. I think I might tear those bits off as well. Tear it right across the top. There we go. Yeah, I like that. So we're going to make this into a pocket, I think. We need to find something nice to go behind. And I'm wondering, do I want some form of plain paper? Let's see if there's anything inspiring in here. Music paper would be nice. Or some Tracie ledger paper. I don't have too many of those left. I use them all the time. I need to, these ones by Tracie, I need to reprint those. They are a permanent fixture. Yep, I think I'll do music paper. So I'll just tear that down to the size of my pocket. Tear that. I like that side more. Good. So, probably won't be able to see much of it. Now, why am I using that glue? I should be using my other glue. This is precious commodity, my Giotto, because, so basically Amazon is delivering glue and stuff like that, but once it's out of stock, they're not restocking it. So the Giotto glue is out of stock, and so I can't repurchase it. So I've been buying the prick glue, which is okay. I still prefer my Giotto one. Put that one away so I'm not tempted to use it. I need to get some more glue under here. Right, and then I'm going to put this here, but I will decorate it a little bit. I'm not sure how yet. I need to change my paper. Just stick that down. Helps if you get glue right to the edge. Okay, let me see what I've got in here. No. Oh, I bent my owl. It's quite cute. Got some flowers here. I just found all these floral things that I had printed up, and I just cut them out as best I could. That one's so big, I'll have to trim that one down. Lily cut that out for me. I just need to get beyond them. Nope. Don't know if I have anything in here really. Okay, I don't think there's anything in here. Nope. Right, after all of that, putting it all back in. Over there. Okay, right, well, I think the only thing that's going to go on there is some form. Where did I put them? Oh, dearie me. I wouldn't mind a bit. I won't open that one. I've got another one here. I wouldn't mind a bit of this. Of course I cut too much, didn't I? Just let me see. Have it hanging off the side a little bit, or down the side. Maybe down the side. Down the side. I think I might. I don't know. I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to get this thread that's quite old. Hopefully it doesn't cause me any grief. And I need to find my needles. I've got needles everywhere. I really do. Here's another one. Here we go. Needles everywhere. I think I'm going to put a tiny bit of glue just to hold it down. I wouldn't normally. I'd like it to come off the edge a little bit. So I'm just doing a running stitch, but obviously you have to do the jab method up and down because you're going through paper, and this is not hard at all because the paper is not, you know, it's not thick like hemp or something like that that's hard on your hands. It's quite easy, and it doesn't have as many layers as the clusters I did the other day. Oh, so I've caught my owl. That poor owl needs to go somewhere. And it doesn't matter if you come up the wrong spot here and then you decide not to go there because you can't see any holes that you make in the paper because it's underneath. Now I'm just deciding, do I want to go round? I think I want to do rows. Along there will be stitched and down there will be stitched. So like machine stitched. So I don't need to worry about that. Won't be long. And I won't do it in twos, I normally do in threes, so I'll do another row if you can bear it. I mean, it's very subtle. I could have gone contrasting, like I could have done some form of like a bluey sort of red. Would have been nice, but I've done it in this colour now. I mean, you could go ahead and embroider bits and pieces of that if you wanted to, but, you know, it would take you a while to do it, that's all. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a few of my stitches here and then knot it. Okay, now if I had the right flower, I would stick a flower on there as well, probably, but no, I don't think I do. If I put that there, then I feel like I need something over there, and it might be just all becoming too much. Let's just see. You see, I don't mind that. Something different. So that's a bit of Tracie's, her ledger paper. Just love it. I just want to put it everywhere. That, and I am going to stick that flower on there. I might get my Giotto glue for that because it's going to be going on to over the fabric a little bit. There we go. So that's a pocket with a difference. If I find that that's not sticking down very well, I will put a bit of PVA under there. There we go. Now I still feel like it needs something else. Just a second. Can't help myself. Where did I put those over here? Cannot help it. One of these, but not that one. Not that one. Red. Oh yes, red. Always have these Tracie labels near because they look great. And again, I think I put the link for these in the first video. Did I put it there or up there? Up there. Okay, well now I'm happy. Now I'm happy with this one. So that's a pocket. Pocket with a bit of hand stitching. Okay, so I'll close that. Look what I did. Put that over there, put the lid on that one because that one doesn't like being left open, and we'll do one more thing because I tend to do very long videos, don't I? Like everybody's got all the time in the, oh well, you do have a bit of time now. Get rid of that. Okay, what do we want to do now? Maybe we will make a tag, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut that out. I'll just rip this bit because I can use that bit on something else, and I'm going to fussy cut the flower out to do something different. Let's get my basket happening here. Got all this rubbish here that then I have trouble picking it up. I can use that bit in collaging. Isn't that pretty? might be able to use that piece somewhere. Just take off that bodgy edge there. Okay. Need to cut out a few little bits here. Such pretty colours. I might leave that. I like that. No, maybe I'll cut that out. Okay, so that's ready. Now I need to grab a book page for, put those away, don't need those. Grab my book page. This one, is that going to be wide enough? Yes. And I'm going to tear it down. I don't want it to be, I'm going to tear it here. Okay, so now we have to cover it. So I'm going to start off with this piece. And I might put actually some old book page there. It's going to be very nice. I'd actually totally cover it in the book page. So I'll just put some glue on here. Put that in kind of in the center. Now the reason why I slid it down was because I'm going to be doing a bit of collaging down there, so I don't mind that I've got that border on it. Oops, I ripped a bit off. Tearing it the wrong way. Doesn't matter. I might fold that one over. What a good idea. Have to cover the back anyway. And I think I'll fold that one over as well. Good. And I'm going to put this here. Love those colours. I'm keeping it sort of a little bit neutral in the background, in the sense as far as colours are, because I think then the colour of the flowers will stand out more. Let's have a look. Yeah. Put something else there. I like the music paper. Oh, that side's better. Like that. And then I feel like maybe I need something up there. Oh, I know. I could stick something like that there. Yep, and have that flowers coming over the top. You might be able to see that anyway. I'm just going to fold that one over. Actually, that'd be nice on the back. Let's glue that on the back. Because it's plain. Oh, it's got a little bit of writing, but I think I'll leave that. There we go. And I want to tear it. I'm going to put my flower there. going to put that up slightly because I'm thinking I want to put just a little something down here. I really do like this. Great flower to fussy cut out. So I'll put a link to Kathy's shop as well in the description box. Hopefully I'll remember. So I'm wondering, I'm thinking, or I want a textile. I don't think I want 2 labels. I think I want a textile. Let's see if there's anything in here. I mean, I've been using this. I mean, it's pretty full, but I have been using it, everything quite a lot. I don't think I want that type. I think maybe it's just something like that. Maybe something like that. Maybe just a little piece of this. Let's have a look. No, too bulky. I'm just going to put that one there, and I'm going to grab my, I like that, my Giotto glue. Yep, very nice. My favorite hemp. And I think I might cut the tag shape like that, and up the top I'll probably put a lace or something. Yeah, good. Okay, so I think that's it for today for that. Those over there, they all have to be put away. I'll put Tracie back over there in Tracie's folder. Oh, I nearly lost that one. So why don't I just quickly, very quickly, just get rid of these. Put everything away, otherwise it can't function. Okay, I'm trying to get to my sewing machine so we can finish it. That way I can go and photograph it. So this one is a side tuck. So I'm just going to zigzag down the side. Now I know a lot of you have seen this, but this is a quilter's trick. When they're, you know, piecing a quilt together, you don't take it out and you feed in your next piece. I know a lot of you have seen that. So I'm just going to go across the top of my pocket. I actually love that. Because the sides will be stitched when I stitch it in. That I thought could be nice as a side tuck or a top tuck. So I would just reinforce that with maybe with a bit of book page behind it. And then I've got, oh, I didn't glue that down very well. Now this is going to be a side tuck or a belly band. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch here. Actually, I'm going to zigzag down there. And then I'm going to zigzag across the bottom. So that's my pocket, that's my side tuck. I'm going to straight stitch up here. So always lift your needle out when you're flipping from one type of stitch to the other, because otherwise it'll break. Don't leave it down in the machine. So that's like that, and then I lift my needle, switch to zigzag again. And I need to stitch some more, but I'll come across to this one. Now, what am I going to put at the top of that one? I'm going to put something. Put some lace like that. No, that's too thin. I don't like that. You thought I was going to let you go, but then I didn't. Quite like that. Just a little piece of hemp. Okay, Okay, so I'm going to put that there, so I need to zigzag it. Snip that one off. Now I need to zigzag down here, and then this will be stitched on that part when I make it a side tuck or a belly band. Okay, oh, I love that tag. Oh, I've really enjoyed this. Thank you, Melody, for suggesting that. I forgot to feed this one through, see? And so now I've wasted that thread. Not the end of the world, but that's the reason why. And it's also faster just to keep feeding it through. But I did forget. Okay, so we are done. I promise though all the videos won't be an hour long. I'm sure this one's an hour. Okay, so love that. How pretty is that? So that's a side and it flips. So that'll be stitched down like that on a page, or I might decide to make it a belly band, in which case I'd stitch it across the top. Okay, so that's that one. How pretty are they? And then this one, I fussy cut the flowers out because they're a lovely colour. And then this I made into a side tuck there with the hanky below. And then this one I've made into a pocket and added on some stitching. Very happy with that. So that is my day 2 100-day project. So I will see you again soon. Bye.